Hello everybody, welcome to Catherine Sews. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I want to show you a really easy way to do what's called a European hem. When you buy jeans that are kind of distressed and have all this beautiful discoloration around the hem, you never want to just cut that off and fold and turn a new hem. Turning a new hem like that would really spoil the look of the jeans and it kind of looks dorky. So you do want to keep that original hem, you just want to move it up a bit. So what I've done here on this leg is that I've fitted the pants to myself exactly where I want them to finish by turning up that amount on the inside, but bringing the hem back down. I've tried them on and this is now the perfect length, and I just have that folded edge inside. So I'll show you how to do that fold. It's really easy. You will just fold your jeans back and then fold it back down, leaving just the hem sticking out, right? So you'll have that extra fold inside, which we're going to take care of later. I like to fold it so that I actually preserve the yellow stitching. I'm going to be sewing above that yellow stitching because I want to preserve that as well. If it's just a small amount like what I've got, I'm not even going to cut it and serge it. It's a little bit different if you're cutting off a lot. If it's a lot though, yeah, you'll want to cut it off, serge it. Another way to think of it is you're actually going to cut the jeans off exactly where you want them to finish. It's a bit scary, right? Because we're always used to adding seam allowance. But if you cut the jeans exactly where you want them to finish, cut off the original hem, then the seam allowance you take up when you sew this hem back on, you'll be taking up that seam allowance, but the hem itself replaces that seam allowance, so it ends up back exactly where you want them to finish. Does that make sense? Good. I would use this method of cutting it off if I had a big amount that I was shortening them by, and then you'd have to serge these edges. But when I have just a small amount that I'm shortening them by, I just do the fold. I don't even cut anything. That's also great if you're doing it for kids and you think that they're going to grow a little bit more. You'll still have that intact and you'll be able to let it down. You might have some discoloration in the fading, but that can look cool too. Okay, let me show you at the machine. At the machine, I'm just going to be sewing here with a navy thread that's going to disappear right into the fabric. All right, so this is the inseam. I'm going to start and stop there. You can see that that's what the original hem also was doing. The back tack's just a little bit more discreet when it's at the inseam. And although I'm sewing through 3 layers of denim, I think my regular needle is going to be just fine here. Just go slow over the thicker parts so you don't break a needle. This is what I'm trying to achieve with the fold of the pant, that second fold being right up against that blue, that lighter blue discoloration, so that it just blends right in. You won't see my line of stitching here at all. If you look close, you'll see that line of stitching I just made there, but you have to look really close. When I'm wearing these, I really don't think you would ever see that. Now, when I wash these, that is going to fall down. So right at the 2 side seams, I'm going to just do a back tack to hold this facing up. And I'll do that from the outside, and I'll do it right in the ditch of the seam there, so that again my navy thread disappears. Good. So you just really cannot see that back tack, but it's going to hold this up and not let my little hem fall back down. Normally I would have folded both and then sewn both at the same time and pressed both, but I wanted to just do one to give you this before and after. Can you tell which is the one that I hemmed and which is the original? This is the original, and then this is the one I just hemmed. There's the extra fold inside, and then this is just the original one. So that's pretty darn good. as opposed to this, just a regular turn twice and stitch. It just loses all of the nice discoloration, and it's not cool. That is not a cool looking pair of jeans anymore. That looks very much home altered, doesn't it? Where this, it looks the same. Okay, so there's both legs done with the European hem, really so nice and invisibly done, and it maintains all of the cool discoloration. So I hope that was helpful for you. If it's helpful, you know what you gotta do. Gotta hit that subscribe button for me because it's great to have you on board. And hit the bell too so you know every time I upload a new video. Thanks so much for joining me today, and until next time, you take care.